please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, so we've got some big breaking news and some very unfortunate news from the New York Islanders this afternoon. Johnny Boychuk's NHL career has unfortunately come to an end because of the eye injury that he suffered from a skate cut last year in the regular season. He tried to come back in the playoffs, got injured again, and it really didn't end up playing a whole lot in the postseason and did not look like the same player that he used to be. And doctors have determined after extensive medical exams that it's best for Johnny Boychuk if he just hangs up the skates and does not play in the NHL anymore. And that's apparently what he's decided to do. So really, really sad news here, and not the way that anyone wanted to see Johnny Boychuk end his career. He's 36 years old. He had a couple years left on his contract. He was probably heading towards the end of the line in the next couple of years anyway, but this is not how anybody wanted to see Johnny Boychuk go out. And he was such a solid player, and one of my absolute favorites when he was with the Boston Bruins. I was always a huge fan of Johnny Boychuk. I loved his game on the ice. Good two-way player, solid defensively, bomb of a shot. And he always seemed like a really, really nice guy off the ice too. I never met him or anything, but he always came across as a really cool, nice guy off the ice and someone that everybody was rooting for. And he ended up having a really, really solid NHL career. Even after he got traded to the New York Islanders, I was still a big fan of his and wanted to see him do really well in New York. And I was not happy when Peter Chiarelli traded him to the Islanders. I understand that was a cap dump move for the Bruins at the time that they needed to make, but when Boychuk was traded, I was not happy. That was not a guy I wanted to see leave. And he was just always a guy that I really, really liked watching and really, really liked in general, and I was always a big fan of his. So even after he went to the Islanders, I was still rooting for him. I still wanted to see him do really well, and he had a really, really good career as kind of a 3-4 middle pair type D-man. Obviously, towards the end of his career, the last couple years, the offense kind of went away a little bit. He was more of a defense-first guy as he slowed down and got older. But, man, in his prime, when you had prime Johnny Boychuk, he could blast that puck from the point. He could score a decent amount, and he really had a solid two-way game. That was he was an effective number 3-4 middle pair type defenseman. So just really, really sad to see him go out like this. Really, really sad to see this happen. Obviously, it was a very scary injury when he got cut last year. And the fact that he came back for the playoffs kind of made it seem like things were going to be okay. But obviously, after talking with doctors this offseason, they've decided that it's just best if he doesn't play anymore. And I really hope that this is something that doesn't affect him for the rest of his life. I hope this is just precautionary, and it's not an injury that is going to impact his vision and his quality of life going forward. Because I certainly am wishing Johnny all the best post-hockey. He's again, seems like such an incredible guy and a really, really fun player to watch. So whatever he decides to do after hockey, certainly wishing him all the best, wishing him good health as well. Again, I hope this injury isn't something that's going to affect him for the rest of his life and is something that he can, will be perfectly fine in everyday normal life with. Obviously, I don't think he's had much time to think about what he wants to do after hockey, or if it's going to be coaching, front office position, or maybe something not even hockey related, maybe just go into a whole new venture in life. But whatever he does, I'm certainly wishing him the best. And it's really an unfortunate thing to see, and really, really sad to see him go out this way and with an injury like this. But he had a heck of a career. He was one of my favorites, and certainly really still rooting for Johnny Boychuk going forward and whatever he decides to do. From an Islanders standpoint, there are certainly cap implications of this, and this obviously is not the way they wanted to open up cap space, but with him on LTIR or just straight up retiring, They should have enough money to re-sign Matt Barzal now, but I'm not even going to get into that because that's not what this is about. This is about Johnny Boychuk and a very unfortunate end to a very good NHL career. So all the best to Johnny Boychuk. Absolutely love the guy, and hope that things go well for him in the future. And really sad to see his career end this way. But you know, unfortunately, it's a sport, and we see this throughout sports. Injuries happen, and unfortunately for this one, it looks like it's gonna be the end of Johnny's NHL career. But he was a heck of a player and a really fun guy to root for. So that's unfortunately the news that I bring you this afternoon. You've probably seen it on Twitter and stuff already. Really, really unfortunate, but. With that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, links to our Patreon, merchandise store, and donation link are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.